Hello everyone and welcome back to another Blink devlog. It's about 4 p.m. on Monday afternoon. Just finished up work. I had the good fortune of working from home today, so got an early start, finished up early, and deciding kind of how I want to spend my evening here. I'm kind of halfway between just relaxing and getting some work done on Blink, but either way, I'm going to go ahead and catch you guys up with the progress that I have made since the first devlog that I posted. Alright, so here's what I've done with Blink since the last devlog. Basically, the last time you saw Blink, I just had this background here, I had our player Firefly, and I was also drawing the target circles that you could drag the player towards. If I go ahead and play this now, you can already see I've added a few things, mostly just this little title logo that I created, as well as the start button. You'll also notice that our player is flying around on his own, or at least he's trying to. Looks like I might have some kind of bug there. Looks like I certainly have some kind of bug there. Anyway, what he's supposed to be doing is just flying around the screen on his own accord, just with some idle movement. Looks like he's doing a little bit better now. And we've also got these other little fireflies blinking in the background, which I think adds some nice kind of ambiance to this scene. And I also plan to incorporate those other fireflies with the scoring mechanism once I get to that. So if we go ahead and click start here, our UI disappears, idle movement stops for the player, and we can go ahead and start trying to fill these circles and slinging this guy around the screen. Pretty much just what we had before. Alright, so what am I going to work on this week? Right now my plan is mainly to tackle these first 3 tasks here, so I guess I'll move the others back into the backlog. The most important one here is really the scoring mechanism, where as you drag the player around the screen and fill the circles, you'll increment a score counter each time you try to fill a circle, and also the background will be getting dimmer and dimmer as you inaccurately fill circles, and eventually it'll get totally black, in which case the round will be over. So that's what I mean by the dimming background here. I'd also like to get this locale switching concept working, where basically the camera is going to be zoomed in 2 times as you play, and after you fill a couple circles in one location, I want to kind of move the camera to a different location, so you see a different part of the background, and it kind of shakes things up a little bit. I'm just going to try that out and see how it looks. And then finally create the end game scene for when the screen goes totally dark. I need some kind of scene to show you how you did in that round and give you the option to start the game over or what have you. I'm not quite sure what all is going to be on that screen yet. So that is the plan for this week. In terms of right now, since I just got off work, I don't know if I'm going to immediately start working on Blink. I just got Skyrim VR and I'm super excited about it and it rocks, so I might go play that for a little bit. Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Tuesday morning at about 6:45 a.m. Sunrise is shaping up to be beautiful out here, but it is also freezing cold. It's like 14 degrees. Just woke up and planning to get some work done on Blink before I go into work today. Gonna go in and make some coffee and warm up a little bit first. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's about 6:30 p.m. right now. Been back from work for about an hour and a half and made a few finishing touches to what I was working on this morning, so I just want to go ahead and show that to you. Specifically what I added was this dimmer game object over here. I'll show you how that works. So as you start playing the game, I've also got this little score counter right here, which doesn't work, but I'm just kind of prototyping what it might look like. As you play the game here, you can see the screen gets a little bit dimmer with each time I kind of get to a circle and release the player. Right now this is just dimming the screen at a static value, but when I tune this properly, what it's going to do is dim the screen more if you are further away from the circle when you release the player. And if you release the player kind of perfectly within the circle, it will light the scene back up a little bit. This is going to be the mechanic for how the player knows that they're doing poorly or if they're doing well during the round. The longer they keep the scene alive, the longer they keep going. And if our alpha value here gets all the way to 1, then the game's over. The screen's black. You can't see anything. This was pretty easy to implement. I just have this this dimmer game object here, which essentially is just a big black sprite, and I just modulate the alpha value. Oops, not that guy. Just change the alpha value right here, and my little game world class, which is kind of managing the state of the game, is going to be making decisions about how to change that alpha value. As far as what I'm doing tonight, you can probably hear in my voice, I'm actually kind of feeling under the weather. I got a scratchy throat and feeling a little stuffy. You could probably hear it in my voice from this morning as well. I was supposed to go over to a friend's tonight, but I just don't know if I'm feeling up to it, so I'm probably going to crash. Just take it easy. So catch up with you guys sometime tomorrow. Hey guys, how's it going? Just a quick update. It's almost 9 p.m. on Wednesday evening, and just wanted to show a little bit of the progress that I made today. I slept in late today because I wasn't feeling too well. Went to work, came back, made dinner with Kate, watched a little TV, and then played Rocket League with a couple friends, and finally sat down at the end of the evening to kind of do a little bit of work on Blink before I went to bed. And here's what I've done. The last clip you should have seen was me introducing the concept of this dimmer that kind of controlled the length of the round as you played. Well, I did a little bit of work on that. You can see the screen dims slowly over time. It's not just controlled by the Firefly anymore. However, if you accurately fill the circles, you get a little bit of light back. And I have a lot of balancing work to do here. Oh, it's a fun bug. To make this, kind of the proper difficulty. But the basic concept is working. If you kind of continually fill these circles pretty accurately, you'll keep the scene alive and you'll be able to keep playing. As opposed to if you're very far away from the circle and you let go of the Firefly, it's going to get extra dark. You kind of get punished for your inaccuracy there. And also along with that, I've got it hooked up to this little score counter up here, which I'm still not quite sure what all I'm going to do up here. This number below the score is meant to be a multiplier that I'm going to reward the player with for certain, filling accurately at a certain speed or something, or maybe picking up a power up. I haven't decided. But yeah, so that was about 45 minutes worth of coding today to get all this hooked up. The progress is slow and steady, but we're getting there. So almost at the end of the week, so hopefully I get to make a little more progress tomorrow. See you guys. Good morning, everyone. It is a freezing cold Saturday morning here, about 7 a.m. It's been a couple days since you've heard from me, but that's just how life's been. Been busy for the past few days. So today is the weekend. We made it through the week. Feeling good. I think it's going to be a productive day. Definitely going to be making some progress on Blink today. I don't quite know how to describe what I'm going to be working on. It deals with the camera and zooming around the scene. I'm just going to get to work and start implementing it, and hopefully I'll have a progress update for you later today to show you. I'm going to get started working now, make some coffee, and I'm going to go work out and run some errands, and hopefully for the afternoon I'll just be hanging out, making some progress. See you guys later. Hey everyone, welcome back. It is 3:26 on Saturday afternoon, and I've got a really good progress update for you guys. So if we go ahead and play the game here, I finally finished what I wanted to do with the camera during the gameplay, and I didn't describe this well earlier, so I'll go ahead and let you guys see it. I still gotta fix this bug. So when you start the game and you click start, the camera's gonna zoom to where the player is, and once it gets there, the circles are gonna start spawning. So you'll start dragging these around, and in between 5 and 10 circle fills, the locale is going to change. So we'll see the camera zoom out, you'll lose control of the player, it'll pause for just a few seconds, and then it'll zoom back into a new locale based on wherever the player decides to idle to. Now in that little intermission in between these small rounds, I plan to show like your accuracy, maybe change this multiplier here, and just give the user kind of a break from the kind of frantic dragging around that we're doing here. This is all working really well. I'm super stoked with how this came out. And I think the gameplay is actually kind of fun so far. So this was my big hurdle for this weekend. It's only Saturday, so hoping to get a lot more done this weekend. Anyway, I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about the progress I've made overall so far this entire week. So with that being said, I think I'm going to wrap up the video here. I'm going to spend the rest of my day probably editing this video and posting it, and then relaxing. Just happy I got so much done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's development log for Blink. If you have any suggestions about the kind of content that you want to see in future videos, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.